Well, welcome back. Yesterday, as we stood in Antioch, a diverse and vibrant community where something historic began, a calling, a sending, and a mission. And today, that mission takes its first real step across the sea to the island of Cyprus. And what happens there sets the pattern for everything that follows. Everywhere the message goes, it meets both resistance and openness. Paul and his companion Barnabas don't wander aimlessly, they are sent. They travel from Antioch down to the coast of Cilicia, and from there they sail to Cyprus. Why Cyprus? It's not random. Barnabas is actually from Cyprus. This is familiar ground, a strategic starting point, and sometimes the first step in a bigger mission begins with somewhere known. Not because it's easy, but because it's intentional. So when they arrive, they land in the city called Salamis, and right away they begin where they always begin, the synagogues. In Salamis, Paul and Barnabas preached to the Jews in the synagogue. This becomes their pattern. Start with those who already know the scriptures. Build from the people what people understand, and connect the story of Israel to the message of Jesus. They're not introducing something completely discontinued. They're showing fulfillment. But here's what's important. Not everyone responds in the same way. Some are curious, some are open, and some are cautious. And this tension, this mix of reactions, will follow them everywhere, because truth doesn't land the same way in every heart. So from Salamis, they travel across the island to Paphos, and here the story sharpens. They encounter a man named Elymas. He's described as a sorcerer, a false prophet. But more than that, he has influence. He's connected to power, specifically to the Roman governor, Sergius Paulius. Now, Sergius Paulius is different. He's intelligent, throughout curious. He wants to hear what Paul and Barnabas are saying. And that's when Elymas steps in. He opposes them. He tries to turn the governor away. Why? Because the influence is at stake. When truth begins to reach people in power, resistance often intervenes. Paul doesn't stay silent. In a rare direct confrontation, he calls out Elymas for what he's doing, for twisting the truth and blocking what is right. And then something very dramatic happens. Elymas is stuck with temporary blindness. It's a moment that echoes Paul's own past, where he too was blinded before seeing clearly. And then comes the turning point. Sergius Paulus sees what was happening, but more importantly, he hears the message and he believes. This is huge. A Roman official, a man of status and authority, not resisting, not dismissing, but responding. The first mission field gives us a pattern we'll see again and again. Where truth goes, there is resistance, voices that oppose, and forces that try to distract or distort. But at the same time, there is openness, curiosity, people ready to hear and to respond, and sometimes in the most unexpected places. So here's the question to carry with you today. When you face resistance, do you assume the door is closed, or could it be that right nearby someone else is ready to listen? Because in Cyprus, opposition didn't stop the mission, it clarified it. And tomorrow we'll travel to Pisidian Antioch, where Paul delivers one of the most powerful messages, and where the mission takes a decisive turn outward.